Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. And today we're going to be looking at 12 things you should never explain to people. But why? Well, there are so many reasons why explaining these 12 things may not be worth your breath. It might make you feel good to get it off your chest, but it could end up doing more harm than good in the long run. And although we all want to be understood, some things just aren't worth explaining. So what are they? Well, here are 12 things you should never explain to people. 1. Your plans for the future. This is one of those things that just isn't any of their business. Some people like to poke their noses into other people's business, but this doesn't mean you have to tell them anything. You can keep your plans and dreams to yourself, or share them with someone who actually cares. There's no need to explain where you see yourself in 5 years, or what you hope to accomplish. If someone asks, you can give them a vague answer. But otherwise, it's best to keep it to yourself. By keeping your plans for the future to yourself, you'll be able to focus on achieving them without distractions or negativity from others. After all, you never know who might try to hold you back from achieving your dreams. 2. Why you're single. There are so many reasons why someone might be single, and none of them are any of your business. Being single doesn't mean that something is wrong with them, or that they're not worthy of love. In fact, it just means that they're not in a relationship right now. And that's okay. If someone asks why you're single, you don't owe them an explanation. You can simply say that you're enjoying your life as a single person, or that you're taking some time to focus on yourself. There's no need to go into great detail about your personal life or love life. Just keep it simple and move on. 3. How much money you have. No matter how much money you have, there is always someone who will be jealous. If you let people know how much money you have, you'll be opening yourself up to a lot of unwanted attention and maybe even some envy. People will start asking for money or trying to take advantage of you. You may even lose friends or family members who only wanted to be around you for your money. The best way to deal with this is to simply not talk about your finances. If someone asks how much money you have, you can politely change the subject or simply say that it's none of their business. It's important to protect your wealth and also to protect yourself from people who might be jealous of your success. 4. What you think. With social media these days, it seems like everyone wants to know what you think about everything. And while it's important to be engaged in the world around you, it's not necessary to share your thoughts on every single issue. Not only that, but by sharing your thoughts, you're opening yourself up to criticism, and maybe even arguments. You may find yourself getting into heated debates over something that you didn't even want to discuss in the first place. So, what should you do instead? Well, you can choose to keep your thoughts to yourself or share them with close friends or family. You can also engage in respectful discussions if you so choose, but there's no need to feel like you have to share your thoughts with everyone around you. At the end of the day, it's your life, and you get to decide what you want to share and what you want to keep private. 5. What you do for work. You don't need to explain what you do for work to anyone. You may enjoy your job and be proud of what you do, but others may not understand or care about your work. They may try to compare it to their own work, or belittle your job because they think it's unimportant. Whatever the reason, it's not worth getting into an argument over. Simply change the subject or say that it's none of their business. If they persist, you can then explain that you don't want to talk about your job. That should be enough to put an end to the conversation. 6. Who you are as a person. This is probably one of the most important things that you should never explain to anyone. People who really know you don't need an explanation, and those who don't know you well enough to understand who you are don't deserve an explanation. Trying to explain who you are to someone who doesn't know you is like trying to fit a round peg in a square hole. It just doesn't make sense. It's important to remember that you are unique and that there is no one else who is exactly like you. You don't need to explain your quirks or your interests to anyone. If they can't accept you for who you are, then they're not worth your time anyway. 7. How you feel. There are a lot of reasons why you shouldn't explain how you feel to someone. There are a lot of reasons why you shouldn't explain how you feel to someone. For one, it may not be their business. If you're feeling sad or angry, It's not always necessary to explain why. Sometimes it's better to just let people know that you need some space or time to process your emotions. Additionally, trying to explain how you feel can often come across as complaining or being a killjoy. No one wants to be around someone who is constantly explaining their negative feelings. By simply acknowledging how you feel and moving on, you'll be able to avoid unnecessary drama and keep your relationship strong. 8. Your trauma. If you've experienced trauma in your life, that's something that you should never explain to anyone. It's a very personal and sensitive topic, and you don't owe anyone an explanation or justification for what happened to you. People who are close to you know that you've experienced trauma, and they should respect that. Those who don't know you well enough don't need to know about your trauma. It's not their business, and it's not appropriate for them to ask. If someone does ask you about your trauma, you can simply say that it's a personal matter and that you'd rather not discuss it. 9. Why you believe what you believe. You don't need to explain your beliefs to anyone. It's your business and yours alone what you choose to believe. Other people's beliefs are also their business, and you should respect that too. Trying to convince someone that they're wrong is never going to go well. It's just a waste of time and energy. Instead, focus on living your life according to your beliefs and let other people live theirs. That way you'll avoid unnecessary conflict and focus on what's important to you. Number 10. Your weight. Your weight is your business and nobody else's. If you're overweight, it's not because you're lazy or don't care about yourself. It's often due to a combination of genetics, environment, and lifestyle factors. Likewise, if you're underweight, it's not because you're vain or have an eating disorder. It's usually because of a combination of stress, activity level, and body type. No matter what your weight, you don't owe anyone an explanation. Trying to explain your weight can often lead to hurtful comments and criticism, so it's best to just keep it to yourself. Number 11. Your intelligence. Your intelligence is not something that you need to prove to anyone. If you're smart, that's great. But trying to show off how smart you are is just going to make you look arrogant and self-absorbed. Nobody likes being around someone who is constantly trying to show off. Instead, use your intelligence to make the world a better place. That is much more impressive than trying to win arguments or show people that you're smarter than them. And 12. Your appearance. Your appearance is your business and nobody else's. You can dress however you want and wear whatever you want without having to explain it to anyone. If someone doesn't like the way you look, that's their problem, not yours. Trying to explain your appearance can often lead to criticism and unwanted advice, so it's best to just ignore it. You don't need to justify your choices to anyone. There are so many things that we don't need to explain to people, and it's important to remember that you don't owe anyone an explanation for anything. Of course, there are times when it's important to be honest and open, but there are also times when it's best to keep things to yourself. Hopefully this list has helped you to realize that you don't need to explain yourself to anyone. Be confident in who you are and what you believe in, and don't let anyone bring you down. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share it with your friends.